Well, Scorpio, the most complicated part of the horoscope, according to most astrologers, is this 8th house. And this month you can see from the animated chart that there are 3 planets at the outset of June transiting this deep and mysterious area. And by the way, the 8th house is the natural zone of Scorpio. On the 3rd, Mercury enters into that what we call stellium, conjunction of 3 or more planets, Sun, Venus, Jupiter and Mercury, to really focus your attention and energy on this area of your life. What's the 8th house? The 8th house is what we share with other people. And in many of the astrology books, they talk about sharing our bodies. That's the intimacy we have with the person that we love. Notice on the 6th, the moon makes its transit into a new moon phase in this area, right next to Venus. Venus is the planet of love for you, planet of marriage and relationships. So it appears as if this whole aspect of your life is taking a turn now. Something very, very significant is happening here. Your perception of relationships is changing. What it is you're looking to get from a relationship is changing. You'll notice your ruling planet Mars, one of them along with Pluto, enters into this marital or significant relationship area on the 9th. And so this is going to add weight to the topic of relationships, intimacy, and breaking through many of these psychological obstructions, which is why this sector is so difficult to understand. A lot of skimming the surface astrologers, if I could put it that way, would call this the house of sex. Yes, it is the zone of intimacy, but intimacy is actually intimacy. So I think before you're able to look into your partner, you've got to look into yourself, into me. See, you look into yourself first, and then that reveals those areas of your personality, your nature that need rectification. It's easier to see the faults and flaws in others. So I think this month is very much about breaking through those psychological knots. Some of them are subconscious. The best way to do that, as we can see with the moon moving through into conjunction with the south node in that 12th house, is meditation. Meditation, self-reflection. By the 18th, 17th, 18th, Mercury and Venus move out of that 8th house. I'm sure you're going to have some insights, especially with that new moon. And then the Sun on the 21st also exits that 8th house, leaving friendly, beneficial, romantic Jupiter. Romantic because it rules your 5th house, rules your 2nd house of family and gains. And so I think that is a positive omen. There it is, the Sun moving out, what we call the Cancer ingress, the angular quadrature of the Sun. Happens 4 times in the year: Aries, Cancer, Libra and Capricorn. So there it is, the Cancer ingress on the 21st, joining Mercury and Venus in that zone of travels, journeys and mental expansion. Isn't it interesting that that 9th house follows the 8th house? The transits come into the 8th house, then they go into the 9th house. So it's only after breaking into a deeper understanding of those psychological thorns and knots and solving that to your inner satisfaction that the 9th house activities can take place fully. That is the expansion, the opening up and the blossoming, The 22nd is important as well, because the full moon, we see it passing here now, the full moon in your third house of communication is very, very important, because that full moon makes a triangular aspect to Mars, and that means that you're able to then not only expand yourself, get insight through that intimacy into yourself, but also cast that full moon, that emotional honesty, into the zone of marriage and relationships where your ruling planet is transiting. Finally, this fifth house of romance, we see the stationary retrograde Saturn completing the month. I'm going to talk about that more next month, but it also has something to say about the way you are expressing your love. And there, it's a nice sextile, applying sextile aspect between Mars and Saturn that fortifies, solidifies, makes practical your love life at this tail end of June 2024. There's more on what's going on for you. Follow the links that we've put here to astrology.com.au. The transits for the month, the week, the day and the year are all available to you there at the site. Do subscribe. We need your subscriptions. We need your likes. Love your comments. If you want to drop a note to me personally, more than happy to hear from you. I'll do what I can to help you. And of course, I'll be back next month. Stay safe till then. Bye-bye now.